What's going on, guys? It is your boy Eric, and today we are going to be talking about a story time from back when I was a jit back in high school. You heard? But hold up, we in the new whip. So let's get some tunes up in this bitch. I bet you guys hear my engine. Don't worry about that though. But hey, got Carefree by Mick Jenkins playing. Oh my god, this song brings back a lot of memories. Fun fact, this is the song I played in this kid's ear while he was overdosing on marijuana, or HHC, whatever you want to call it. Fuck, it's chilly as hell out here, but I wanted to do a true, like, nostalgic for me, you know? Like, usually I'd be recording up in my room, but we need to go back to them days when we're recording in the car. The ambience is unreal. Genuinely unreal, but okay. Enough with the bullshit. Let's start off with this story. So, today, we're going to be talking about the time that I decided to take shrooms before going to school. So, you know, junior year, I'm like, what, 17? And it's actually around the end of the school year, so, you know, all this shit has gone down already. You know, I haven't really told you the full extent of my junior year, or my senior year, or even just, like, current day. I don't be telling y'all, like, current day stories, bro. Like, the shit I be doing nowadays, I need at least a good 8 months to a year or so before I start telling you guys about that shit. Oh my god, it's chilly. Got me shivering like a motherfucker. Let me turn this heater on, bro. Fuck. But, you know, regular ass day. Woke up. This was around the time my dad pulled to the function, so lost my car. Pretty fucking pissed off, I ain't gonna lie. Got no fucking whip. You know, that shit just had me fucked up, but yard. Had my homie pick me up, and you know, my homie, he bought some shrooms like a couple like weeks back. Like he bought like in some bulk, like I'm talking like maybe an ounce or two, and you know, he's just been like microdosing that shit like throughout the entire time like he's had that shit. You know, it's like getting to the school parking lot, you know, like I'm already like at this point, like I wasn't smoking as much because I had to lay low, because you know, like my mom and dad, they're on my ass, bro. Like, they were on my ass about that shit. Like, that shit had me tweaking, you heard? But, you know, he's like, yo, I know you ain't smoking right now, but do you want to take some shrooms with me and just see how this shit goes? And I'm like, bet, I fucking got you. Let's take some shrooms. Right, so I've taken shrooms before in the past, and usually it's an okay for me. Like, usually I don't tweak the fuck out or, like, anything. Like, usually I just don't tweak off shrooms. Like, usually because I probably haven't taken enough to, like, genuinely tweak. Like, the most I've taken at max is, like, 5 grams. So, yeah, like, I can see why I haven't really tripped that much. Like, I haven't taken even, like, 2/8 worth, you know. But, take the shrooms, get into my first hour, and, you know, I'm pretty much chilling, you know. Like, I'm just thinking about hitting the vape, honestly, like, the whole time. Like, that's just like the first quarter of class. Like that's when it got fucked up. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So when I walked in, it turns out, guess what? I had to take a whole like fucking test, like one of those like big ass like quarter tests for like the subject we're learning. It was fucking geometry, dude. Fucking math class, geometry off the shrooms. Oh god. But you know, I wasn't scared, you know, until I realized she was putting us in groups, and not our regular groups, because, you know, like, I would chill with the nerds, you know, so, like, I was getting my shit done. I was failing the class, but I knew if it came to a test, like, I'm gonna lock in, because that's other people's grade, you heard? Like, I'm not gonna fuck up everyone else's grade just because I'm a lazy bitch, you know? But she groups me up with, like, these random people, bro. And ironically, she groups me up with this one chick that I sold a vape, like, last year. And just, like, a bunch of whole, like, her little clique and shit. Like, they just put me in that group, right? And, like I said, I hung out with, like, all of the nerds and shit. So, like, she looks up at me and she's she sees me, like, writing down, like, just fucking, like, burning through this test, like, writing random equations down, dude. Dude, it wasn't even that hard. Now I'm looking at it. It was like those, like, where you gotta, like split the fucking triangle into 2 triangles, and then, like, find the fucking diameter or some shit, whatever it is. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but your boy was writing down some equations. Let's put this shit down. Like, I was writing some shit. You heard? Like, fuck. I really was. I looked like I was burning through this shit. And then she was like, yo, show me your paper. You're like 3/4 done with this test. I look up at her. My pupils dilated as shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I like, my homie, he got some good ass shrooms. Maybe I've just been taking some trash ass shrooms, you know. And I look up at her, I say dead ass, I look at her face, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, I'm tripping off shrooms, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I think it's right. I hand her this shit, and she's like, motherfucker, this is wrong. like, yeah, of course this shit's wrong, dude. I haven't listened all year, and I'm on drugs. Like, what the fuck are you expecting from me? You know, so... you know, she you know, her and her little group, they figured it all out. You know, I actually got that shit done with a C. But, you know, we get into second hour, and second hour is like when I get like peak shroom high. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, that's when I was peak shroom high. Like this class, like, you weren't even like, you didn't have to do shit. It was like American history. It's supposed to be like a civics class, you know. But, you know, I already took civics like a long time ago prior to it, so it's like, I know this shit. Like, I ain't tripping. Right, but I'm just playing COD Mobile on my phone, bro, and I'm just fucking shit up, bro. Dubs for dubs. I'm just getting dubs for dubs. That's all I'm doing, just getting these dubs in COD Mobile. I didn't give a fuck, right? And then it comes to, like, my homeroom, right? And it's starting to wear off. Like, I went to the bathroom, you know, hit the vape. I had to hit the vape. Alright, now I'm not shivering like a bitch. Okay. In homeroom. And I'm like, fuck, bro, I really need to hit the vape. But mine's dead, because before I hit it, and it died after I hit it. So I look to my right, I'm like, to my boy, let's give him a name, Angel. I'm like, yo, dog, let me hit that vape. You heard? Pass me that shit. He passes me that shit flawlessly, gets to the bathroom, and I'm just chiefing that motherfucker, bro. Like, I'm just chiefing, you know, regular shit. Like, I'm just about to go over with my day, you know. Like, the shroom part is over. Like, it was only like a 3 or 4 hour shroom high, so that means I didn't even take that much. But they were fucking hitting me, I ain't gonna lie. But basically, in the bathroom, hitting the vape, walk out, and I run into my boy Tyler. Now, that's obviously a fake name, but I run into my homie Tyler, and he's like, yo, what up, you trying to hit this vape? And I'm like, bet. And then after I hand him that shit back, and he's like, yo, I got a dab Penske on me, you trying to hit this Benjamin, bro? And, you know, like I said in the beginning of this story, I haven't smoked in a fucking minute, right? Like, I haven't smoked whatsoever, and I basically have no tolerance anymore. Like, I used to have a fat tolerance, but, like, even, like, a white level blinker would just fuck me up. And I knew it. But, you know, I hit that bitch, and it was one of those pens where, like, you couldn't tell what the voltage was just from the color. It was one of those, like, dial ones. I was like, fuck. Take the blinker anyway, die in the bathroom. And, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm an experienced smoker regardless. I ain't got nothing to trip about. That's where I fucked up. I go into my fucking homeroom, dude, and I start geeking, and not only did that make it worse, bro, that shit brought the shroom high back. I felt like I was in second hour again, bro. Like, I'm straight geeking, dog. Like, I'm sitting here like I'm hearing, like, everything in this room, you know? Specifically, I was focusing on what my teacher was saying, because, like, I was in the bathroom for, like, a good 15 minutes, you know? So, like, she's, like, on the radio, you know, like how teachers do. Like, teachers be talking on the radio and shit. But, like, I was slowly convincing myself that she knew that I had something on me, or she knew that I was, like, under the influence of some shit. And she was, like, trying to get security. Because, like, it's not the first time that shit's happened to me, you know? Like, I've randomly been grabbed up at a class over that type of shit, you know? So, like, that shit just got me paranoid, right? So, after my homeroom ends, nothing happened, right? Like, I'm just chilling. No, I wasn't chilling at all. I was fucking freaking the fuck out. I fucking left my homeroom. I went straight back to that bathroom where I was hitting my vape. And, you know, I was charging my vape in my backpack, you know, during homeroom the whole time, too. So, I get in there, and I'm just chiefing my vape, bro. I'm skipping lunch. Like, I'm, like, tripping way too fucking hard at this point. Like, I am tripping balls. Like, I skipped through the entire lunch. And, you know, while I was in there, like, a bunch of, like, underclassmen or some shit, they walk in there, and they're like, looking into the stall and shit, because I'm sitting on the toilet, and they're like, you taking a shit? And I was like, nah, nigga, I'm skipping class, you know, like, I'm just chilling, like, I'm not feeling good. And they're like, oh shit, you got a vape though? And I'm like, yeah, I got you. I hop out the stall, I hand this homie the vape, and you know, they're taking turns hitting my shit. You know, it's like, at this time, like, my brother was in town, you know, so like, if my vape got burnt today, my brother's picking me up, and then I'm just gonna go get a new one, so I don't give a fuck, right? You know, these guys are passing my vape around, like, oh my god, passing that shit around like a blunt, bro. Like, dude, come on, that's my vape, be nice. But after all that shit, they're about to hand it back to me, and then I hear keys jingling. Now, we are in front of the mirrors, right? I did a 200 IQ plus move. I said, fuck the vape. The second I saw a shadow entering through the mirror, I fucking whipped around, I went into the stall, shut the door, locked it, pulled my pants down, nigga, and I plopped it on that fucking toilet seat, nigga. I am taking a shit. You cannot search me whatsoever, motherfucker, because I don't gotta worry about the vape. It's not in my hands, but I am still geeking off these drugs like a motherfucker, dude, and I can't handle this stress right now, dude. I will fold in the search room. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'll straight up tell that motherfucker, like, dude, I'm on drugs right now. You need to leave me alone. You know, like, give me a water or some shit. But, you know, he walked in, security guard, he's talking to those motherfuckers, and then, I don't know, they had a little conversation. That motherfucker left. Homie, he walks into the stall next to me, and he just hands that shit under. And so, you know, I'm like, bet, right? But then the shrooms start talking to me. I'm getting schizophrenic as a motherfucker, dude. Like, I am straight up thinking that they handed that shit over to me to trade me the fuck in. Like, they got caught with the vape, and they're handing that shit back to me because it's mine, and the security guard is gonna get me, and he's waiting outside this mirror, just waiting for me. And you know, like, I'm like sitting on this toilet, bro. Like, I'm just sitting here vaping my hand. I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't know what to fucking do. So I was like, you know what? 400 IQ play. Dropped the vape in the toilet. Made a fake shit noise, bro. You know how dedicated you have to be as a fiend to sacrifice the vape to not get in trouble, bro? All you heard was plop, nigga. Plop. Right? Now lunch ends. All the bells fucking rang. You know, I get up out the bathroom and shit. I just flushed the vape, bro. I ain't fishing that shit out, nigga. I can get a new one right after school. Which I did, by the way. And I'm like, okay. I'm getting my shit together right now. I'm gonna go to my 4th hour, head up, shoulders straight, full posture, bro, and I'm gonna be fine. I walk into my 4th hour. Maybe like 10 minutes late, dude. I walk in 10 minutes late, I sit down, my teacher looks at me, and he's like, oh, you're here? And I was like, yeah, my bad, I was in the bathroom. He's like, okay, whatever. He like gave me like a weird look, but like he'd always look at me weird. It's because I walked in there so high, like so high, like so many fucking times, that this dude literally probably just thought it was because I was Asian. Like, I was like, oh, that's just that fucking Asian kid, right? So I'm sitting down in there, and I don't even think maybe 10 minutes passed, dude. I was tweaking my ass off. Like, my leg was going up and down, like, you know, like when your leg goes up and down and shit, when like you're stressed and shit. It was just like going up. Like, it got to a point to where I was stomping, bro. I was tweaking. Oh, excuse me, but I was tweaking my fucking dick off, and I got up, didn't even ask to go to the bathroom. I just went right back to the bathroom, bro, and I just went into that stall, and I just started tweaking, right? But I'm like, okay, look, there's one thing that always sobers me up when I'm fucked up off anything, and that is the nicotine, the vaping tin, right? So I call up my boy, and I'm like, yo, pull up to this bathroom real quick, ASAP. I'm spamming this dude. Like, he's probably in class taking a test. I'm spamming this motherfucker. I'm like, bro, pull up, please, I need your vape. And he's like, why? I was like, dude, I don't have mine no more, and I need to hit yours real quick, bro. I am tweaking. He quit. Tongue twister. My bad. A little retarded still nowadays. But anyway, he pulled through, gets into the bathroom, and he hands me that shit, and I probably sheathed that motherfucker, bro. I probably emptied that entire, what's it called? Fucking, I think it was a Novo. Yeah, like the entire Novo pod. Like, I just fucking cooked it, dude. Like, I straight hit that shit for maybe 20 minutes straight. After that, I gave it back. I dapped him up. I was like, I appreciate that, my boy. Like, that is a goated move. Like, I appreciate that so much. And basically, he left. I stayed in the bathroom for the entirety of class. Like, literally, like, once the bell rung, I left the bathroom, grabbed my backpack from my class, and then I walked out that bitch. The teacher was looking at me so suspicious, bro. I was like, fuck. But, you know, we survived. So, it pushes over to, like, maybe, like, my 6th hour. I don't really remember my hours. This was like 3 years ago, so these might all be lined up one by one, or like one, you know what I mean, right? Pull it to my bad, y'all. We had a little bit of technical difficulties I had to fix up. AKA means that I ran out of the 15 minutes I have to record because I used my same fucking thing for music. But anyway, look, like I was saying, I get into my English class, right? And thank God it was one of those days where, like, we was like, you know, when you're in an English class, like, they make you read, like, a book or some shit. And then eventually you get to, like, the end part. And, you know, she's, like, showing you the movie if there's a movie about the book, you know. And she turned the lights off. And ironically, my homie Tyler that gave me the pen and I hit, that caused this entire situation, was sitting right across from me, like, diagonally. And, you know, I proceeded to turn my head, fall the fuck asleep, my boy. I fell the fuck asleep. Like, I was dead. I was so asleep that my English teacher woke me up after classes. She was like, Eric, you good? I was like, yeah, I was just working too long, man. I'm fucking tired, you know? And got out of that class. And I felt 100% times better, bro. That high finally wore off. Like, I was finally okay. Like, I'm surprised I didn't throw up the entire time I was fucking geeking, especially after I hit that dab pen, bro. But get to my 7th hour, I just blazed through that shit. I went to sleep again. And, you know, my day ended. You know, had my brother pick me up. We went to the vape store. I was like, yo, I had to do some shit because I was tweaking. He was like, yeah, I understand. Bought me a new vape. Got me a new vaping tin, bro. Oh, my God. Nothing better than getting a new vaping tin. Can't lie with y'all. Getting a new vape, man. I'm such a fiend, nigga. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Little bitch, my edge, but I need serenity. Little bitch, get the best of me. I don't need shit, but my papers and my recipes. Talking mixing, promethazine. I don't smoke weed, cause that shit get the best of me. Yeah, just